All right, what's up, Who That Nation? This the host CB. I'm not gonna be on here too long, I don't believe. But I was enjoying my wonderful Tuesday morning, out with my lady and stuff like that. We get things handled, chilling, relaxing, eating good. And then I seen a update on my phone that CGJ has been traded to the Philadelphia Eagles. CGJ, along with a seventh round pick, was traded to the Eagles for a 2023 fifth round draft pick and a 2024 sixth round draft pick. And to note, that's the worst of the sixth round draft picks. They got two sixth round draft picks, the Eagles do. So we're gonna get the worst of the sixth round draft picks. Now, before I even get into this, I wanted to go live and open up the phone lines and get live feedback and stuff like that. But I decided not to do that because in the mood I'm in, I had to pause my activities I was doing to even just come on here and get my thoughts because I need to vent. I'm not gonna be frowning and stuff like this in front, where I got, like I said, I'm with my lady and stuff, man. I'm not about to ruin our time we have over this shit that I just seen earlier. But anyway, yeah, I just wanted to not go live because I don't want to hear anybody's opinion other than what I'm saying right now. I don't want to get disrespectful for nobody from the Who That Nation. Excuse me, the phone ringing, but I don't want to get disrespectful with nobody in my own fan base. As far as my team, I'm pretty confident that what I'm about to be saying is speaking the same. They're kind of speaking the same language as well. But with everything I'm about to say, but this is CB's opinion on this whole situation. But yeah, shout out to the whole Who That Nation. I didn't want to, you know, hear anything other than what I'm going to say because honestly, I feel like what I'm about to say is nothing else that anybody can say that you really just talking out your ass. And I'm just keeping it all the way hot. And like I said, it's no disrespect. Like I said, I that's why I didn't want to go live and see no crazy comment like that. But anyway, I'm gonna get on right to it. Let's just get into the trade details once again because I need to really, try to see if this make any sense. We all know the caliber of player that Chauncey Gardner Johnson was. We know that. We understand this is a business. We already know that. We done been through the same process with, the Jimmy Grounds and who else did we trade away? I think we traded away Sproles. Excuse me. We done been through the process, with players in the past. We're trading them away unexpectedly, unknowingly. But with this process, like I said, we know the caliber of player Chauncey Gardner Johnson is. Boom. Let's keep in mind the trade deadline is weeks away. About what, week 6, week 7, something like that. So let's just keep that in mind. We got the trade deadline. That's way beyond today. So we know the caliber of player Chauncey Gardner Johnson is. And you mean to tell me he's worth a fifth round draft pick? He's worth a fifth round draft pick and a 2024 sixth round draft pick. And I'm gonna note again the worst of the sixth round draft pick. They got two sixth round draft picks. We getting the worst pick of that. I don't know how which would be the worst, but it doesn't. I don't give a shit about that. Excuse the language. Probably gonna hear a little bit today, but CGJ that for that. Like, are we serious right now? We just literally gave CGJ away for a 2023 fifth round draft pick in a 2024 sixth round draft pick. We basically just gave this man away for nothing. Nothing. I just seen news earlier that we just released Jordan Jackson. Jordan Jackson, we drafted him in the 6th round. It was either the 5th or the 6th round. I believe it's the 6th. Let's go with the 6th round. Okay, he's drafted in the 6th round. And this is a guy we just released. So that's kind of what I'm not gonna say it's gonna be equivalent because you can find diamonds in the rough. So basically, a Jordan Jackson, boom, just got released. We got the linebacker out of App towards ACL. He was our 5th round draft pick. It was one of the other, I don't forgot, but one of those guys. That's the caliber of players that we just traded Chauncey Gardner-Johnson away from. And not and let's not forget, we trading a 7th round draft pick. We sending that with him. So we didn't even trade this man straight up for the shit that we getting in return. We had to send something additional. Now I'm gonna sit here for 5 seconds. I want y'all to pause this for 5 seconds and let's just think, does this make any sense? I'll just sit here for 5 seconds and this does not make any sense. Any sense at all. Now, boom, I'm gonna break it down the list. I had to write what I was gonna hit on so I won't miss anything. Anything. Like I said, we already know this is a business. Boom. Okay. So let's break this down. For the ones that say, well, we rather get something back than for CGJ to, play this season and walk away for nothing. You're absolutely right. But let me tell you this, and I'm not trying to, one thing that CB does not do, I don't try to act like I'm no GM and front office guy. You got some Saints fans. I don't care nothing about how many followers you got. Nothing. We all Saints fans at the end of the day. We giving our thoughts and opinion. I'm talking about podcast, folk. We all got our thoughts and opinion. We're not out there running around with the team. We're not the GM, head coach, none of that. But I'm just trying to make this make sense. Was a trade involving CGJ necessary today? No, not today. But for the ones that were, like I said, for the ones that's talking about, we rather why let him play this year and then he leave and we get nothing in return. At least we got something where we can possibly get a home run guy for it. That's true. But also, is today the trade deadline? Is today the trade deadline? Absolutely not. I believe it's week 6 or week 8 is the trade deadline. So you got well over a month to negotiate with other teams to try to find a deal that best suits the team. Because this sounds like they just picked up the phone and this was just like like, bro, I don't get that. I do not get how we just gave this man away for what we getting in return. And to just see the worst of the 6th round draft pick, that's what's there. And the 5th, that's too low. I'm gonna be honest. If we not just the Who That Nation, it's around the league. He's arguably the best. I'm talking about beyond Who That Nation. I thought he was the best nickelback in the game. But for others around the league, let's just say other fans, other fan bases, they sit down and be real. They would say CGJ is either the best nickelback in the league or the number 2 best nickelback in the league. Kenny Moore is the only guy you can really, and that's just being honest, that you can throw up against CGJ at that nickel position. But anyway, let's go back to this trade deadline thing. The team had more time to negotiate with teams. Let's look at Chicago, where Quan Smith requested a trade. Do you think he's going to get his wish? you best believe he gonna get his wish unless he change his mind and commit to the Bears. But if he don't commit to the Bears, they gonna trade him away at some point. But you want to know why he not traded? Nah, he requested the trade. CGJ didn't. You know why he not traded right now? Because you got time. The team know it's time between the time he requested the trade all the way up to the trade deadline to find the best scenario possible to get compensation back for them, along with sending the team who trades for him what they want. You get Roquan Smith, they're going to get back the pieces they want in return. So they still getting back something. So for the one saying, you rather no CGJ, it's no use of sending him off right now. No use. I honestly want to take that gamble and just let him play out the year and go from there. Go from there and let them test free agency. They could have went that route. You still got a dog at nickel, and we're gonna get into the other options. We're gonna get into the other options now. We're gonna do that, but I would rather let CGJ play out this season with us. If it get worse in the locker room and stuff, send them off. You know what? By the deadline. But my thing is, just let them play the season out. If we get something in return, by if somebody come with a crazy trade for them, we send them off. If not, on our expectation Super Bowl, right? I mean, all we trying to compete for a Super Bowl. So as deep as we say the secondary is, which we do have pieces, like I said, I'm gonna hit on that. CGJ was our best option for the nickel position. Unless they plan on playing Tyron, making him the snap in and out, every snap, nickelback. It was nobody else on that team that was going to do a better job at nickelback, except Tyron was the only guy that had the chance to play nickelback better than CGJ. That's it. But back to what I was saying, we had time to negotiate a trade with other teams. I'm pretty sure it was other teams interested in acquiring CGJ. If we knew the money side, if they knew the money side wasn't gonna work, take your time, talk to other teams. I know the season is here, and I know you got, players, you got players that come out and say, once the season start, contract talks are off. I understand that. But for the ones that got agents, they paying them agents to do what? Negotiate deals. So once the season start, behind those closed doors, what is those agents doing? The ones that where their client is coming up on the final deal, or if it's a trade involved or something, the agent know all about that because they paid to be in contact with the GM of the team that their client is playing for. So behind closed door, his agent could have been chopping it up with Mickey, and if they couldn't have reached nothing on the $4 million that they was a part on, when the trade deadline approach itself, then you go to the door, try to figure something out. We don't know. These teams could have been losing key nickel. They start nickelbacks could have been getting done up for the season or been hurt or something. CGJ is not worth getting traded for a 5th-round draft pick. Better yet, a 2024 6th-round draft pick. And that's the worst of the Philadelphia Eagles 6th-round draft pick. Let me note that again. That's wild to hear. The worst of the 6th-round draft pick. CGJ, if I'm trading CGJ away, the type of caliber player he is, I'm starting out at a 3rd. 4th is the lowest. 4th is the lowest I'm going with CGJ. And that's just being honest. If a team really want him like that, and you think you can maintain him when free agency hits, they'll make that gamble. If you really want CGJ, if you see CGJ being a candidate long term, You would want to get him before he tests the market in free agency and one of these trash teams, throw the big bag at him. So teams that make that, yeah, we see that all the time. We see that all the time around the league. But I'm getting interrupted on my day of us sending him away for shit. That's bullshit, man. That's bullshit, front office. I can't believe we just done that deal for some draft picks. We didn't even include a player or anything. I mean, hell, they just released they released their safety. Let's get something. Swap it out or something. But let's go to the options that we do have. Like I said, I was gonna get into the options that we do have. Okay, so now that CGJ is gone, who do we have options? We got Bradley Roby. Boom. We know what Bradley Roby has done with the Houston Texans and the Denver Broncos. He has been a valuable asset for both squads. Have played, decently well. He got to the Saints. His role was kind of limited. That's because they went with a Debo to start on the outside. Will Bradley Roby be an option for the nickel spot? I don't know. Is Bradley Roby a better nickelback corner than CGJ? Absolutely not. Okay, let's go to the next candidate. The next candidate, Cats, is talking about Alontae Taylor. Alontae Taylor is, what was he, our fourth round draft pick or was he our third? Either way, he was a mid round draft pick out of Tennessee, fast, long range. Would this guy be an option for us? He could be. Have he been on the field to give us anything to hope for? Absolutely not. So can I compare that to a guy that's been getting in the mud year after year, in the mud, energy on the defense? No, I can't compare that to CGJ. And anybody that's trying to, try to compare that to CGJ, you just talking out of your ass. No disrespect. I'm just being real and honest. Lante Taylor hadn't even played in the preseason, so how can we say the guy is really like that? We seen what he's done in some practices. We also seen what Emmanuel Butler, done years back for a few training camps as well. Guy was looking like the next coming of Terrell Owens, and what happened when them bright lights shine? That man folded. So we can't sit here and just do that for a long time. We got to let him get out when the lights is bright, fans in the stand, and he got to show us. So we got a guy, Bradley Roby, that probably will most likely be that guy. We got him, and then we got a rookie that everybody's saying, I don't know. Dennis is saying the guy's on the outside. So man, I don't understand how he all of a sudden in the inside now. I mean, maybe some people know more than got more info scoop than I do. I don't know. But all of a sudden this guy now is, in the midst for the nickelback. And we got fans saying that with ease, like it's, like it's nothing to worry about. Like it's, just gonna be a smooth sailing. Like we hadn't had one cornerback before, one position, one cornerback can deteriorate a whole defense. It don't matter if you got 8 or 9 dogs. If you got one, that's just like the will linebacker position with Pete. Hopefully Pete is healthy to play. He's back out on the field. But when these DB went, like I said, I played my first year football. I didn't make it to the NFL level. So I ain't about to, act like I'm an NFL player. But anyone that has played high school, semi-pro, when you in these team meetings, defensively, offensively, what is you doing when you watching tape? What is the coordinators, the coaches doing when they watching tape? They pointing out the weakest link. They're not pointing out on our defense. Let's put our defense up. They're not pointing out Marshawn saying, okay, Devontae Adams, Marshawn Lattimore is going to beat us today. So we're going to target Marshawn Lattimore every single play. We throw the ball, we're going to him, we're talking to him. Boom, boom, boom. They're not saying that. They're looking at the weakest spots on the defense and saying we're going to target that position. So, like I said, I'm not trying to get too off, but we go to the defensive tackle spot beside Onyemata, Shot Tuttle. I'm not saying he no slouch or nothing. He been playing solid. You best believe teams is going to look at that spot. Boom. You got to attack the weakest link spots first. So that's going to be a spot to run to in the area in the running game to start off. We know this is a pass catcher running back lead now. Running backs is catching passes out the backfield. They lining up in the slot. So what if they in a four? If they in a team come out in a 3 receiver set, your slot gonna be on the slot receiver, and then they motion they running back out. So who gonna take that? DeMario is the middle linebacker. So who's gonna be taking on the running back? It's gonna be Pete if he's able to play, or it's gonna be the next man up. So that's the defensive tackle, the weak side linebacker position. Now that our nickelback position, we don't know who's going to be there. They're going to point at that position. They say these are spots that we can attack on their defense. We know they got dogs all around unless they put Tyron there full time. And let's note, Tyron, I still think he got some juice left in the tank. Personally, I believe he got juice left in the tank. But it's still kind of mind-boggling how Kansas City just kind of left that situation like that. And then once situation left, really wasn't no teams, just on his ass like that. Unless he would just made the personal decision just to wait till after the draft. But the caliber player that Tyron is, all-decade team, multiple Pro Bowl, all-pro safety, I just would have thought that more teams would have been knocking on the door, boom, 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 boom. But that wasn't the case this offseason. He signed after the draft. With Jarvis was kind of banged up. That's why his situation happened like that. But and like I said, I hadn't seen no signs of no decline in Tyron. I don't know if Tyron is going to be full-time nickelback. I highly doubt that. He will probably be playing a little bit of nickel, especially now that CGJ is gone. But I personally don't see him being a full-time nickel. So if we're saying that Alontae Taylor, well, I'm going to go with Bradley Roby first. We got to wait and see what Alontae Taylor play. And that's even if he's playing that position. Because Dennis is saying he's an outside corner. That's where they looking at him at. So if that's the case, Bradley Roby has been playing a little bit of nickel, and he hadn't been shaking the roof like that. He done played a good share of snaps with us at the nickel position. When CD went down last year. Let's also note with CD in last season when he was present on the field, the team was 9-3. When he wasn't, we was on a 5-game lose streak. So we can take that information and you can do what you do with it. I mean, I'm just stating the fact. All I'm saying, not saying that the man shouldn't have been traded at all. I'm not saying that. I mean, we know the NFL is a business. If things don't work out, I mean, it's just a business. That's what it comes down to. Players said all the time. But was a trade necessary? Was a trade necessary today? No. We hadn't even started the season yet. And this man, I personally believe, man, the respect and leadership that they say on this defense with DeMario, you got Tyron, Marshawn, and all those guys. I don't think that CGJ was just coming in work just being a straight ass. I don't believe he was doing that. So why not just at least just fill other trade calls and see what? And at this point, everybody has their nickel back. So let's just wait and let it play out. And let's get to the trade deadline and see what's up. But we sit here making a fast, quick decision now. And we got bitch slapped in this trade. We got totally bitch slapped in this trade. And Philly laughing because they got the best nickelback in the game up there. I know. I think they said he probably gonna transition to safety, and I think he's gonna be better as a safety. I think his skill set, he'll be able to operate more as a safety compared to being lined up at the nickelback position. But Philly is going to be the only team that can see if that develops or not. But that's basically it. That's all I got to say, man. My Tuesday was definitely ruined. Um, disturbed, having a nice good day, and it got disturbed by a trade that wasn't necessary today. This wasn't necessary today, and it damn sure wasn't worth those pieces that we got in return. We could have waited till the season start. We don't know who would have had men down on different squads. You don't know whose team could have been starting out 5-0, 6-0. Some type of injury would have happened. And we got a guy like CGJ. They could have been fielding about. I believe they would have gave us more than this. Ain't no way this was the best offer we could have got for CGJ. And anybody that think that, like, once again, you're just talking. But like I said, man, that basically it, man. Just wanted to get my rant out on that. I'm totally pissed. I wanted CGJ to be a New Orleans Saint, make this Super Bowl run with us, possibly get a Super Bowl ring. Then you go get your bag somewhere else. That's really how I wanted this to play out. Whether you win the Super Bowl, whether you pay us or not, we got us another Super Bowl ring. You helped us get a Super Bowl ring. It's respect forever. I mean, it's still respect on my end. We got cats out here bringing up Chris Godwin. Like everybody had like it was Marshawn, and I was on Marshawn's ass for a good bit when he was getting toasted by third string wide receivers. Like, let's make that make sense. He done tightened up now. But people bringing up Chris Godwin like Chris Godwin ain't I ain't gonna say bro, but like he ain't no Pro Bowl type of receiver. Like he just some slouch. I'd rather see that than guys getting beat up by him. But that'll wrap things up, man. This is the whole CB. I'm out.